Hi, I'm Austin.
I'm Alex.
You're listening to One Last Breath, an autopsy of awful albums.
Where we discuss controversial, bizarre, divisive, and downright abysmal albums. In today's episode, we will be discussing the 12th and most recent album, Bad Reputation, by rapper, singer, kind of singer, more like a, what do they call it, Yarler?
I can't say that fucking word, apparently.
Yarler. It's hard to say.
Yowler.
It's like rural.
But we're from the South, y'all. Like, we can't say some words.
Either way, you ready for it? Kid Rock.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Kid Rock, born Robert James Ritchie, was born on January 17th, 1971 in Romeo, don't really know
I think it's Romeo, Michigan.
Yeah, Romeo, Michigan, which is a village located 30 miles south of Detroit. His parents owned multiple car dealerships, and Kid Rock was raised in a very large home on a huge property. To be specific, about a 5,660 square foot house with 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and on a 5.5 acre lot.
Why do you need 7 bathrooms?
I don't know, but
how many times do you shit in a day?
At least 12.
Random fun fact, Austin lore.
Austin lore?
Unless my dad was lying to me, which, I mean, he might have fucking been. But I'm pretty sure my grandfather is from Romeo, Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's a fun thing that I've always grown up being like, yeah, my grandfather's from the same place as Kid fucking Rock.
Interesting. How have you never told me that?
Have I not?
No, I just assumed your granddad was from Knoxville.
No, he's from Michigan.
Huh, interesting.
He moved down here, he got out of the Navy by sleepwalking.
Yeah, I knew that.
And
you told me that.
He ended up in Knoxville.
Interesting.
There's a lot of Michigan people in Knoxville.
My mom was born in Dayton, Ohio, so
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah, she moved here when she was 2.
Oh, so she's from here.
Pretty
fuck
much.
It. She's
yeah.
not from Dayton. None of our family's from Dayton, Ohio, and you can pry it out of my cold dead hands.
There's nothing wrong with Ohio.
Yes, there is.
Except everything. But either way, you might be asking why I'm telling you the dimensions of his house, but this will kind of come into play later on with the track listing. So Kid Rock began to grow an interest in hip-hop in the 80s, teaching himself how to rap, DJ, and even breakdance. And he performed in some local talent shows around Detroit. He joined a hip-hop group called the Beast Crew.
I wonder where they got that name from. I can't think of a
Beastie Boys? Never heard of them.
No, that's a dumb name.
Never heard of them. Yeah, Kid Rock was the first white rapper. What are you talking about? And then he met fellow rapper D Nice of group Boogie Down Productions. D Nice helped Kid Rock sign to Jive Records at the age of 17.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so I normally don't read anything about the artists, but for some reason
You were just impelled.
I was impelled. I was fucking... God told me to click on the Spotify bio of Kid Rock.
Wait, is that a word? Impelled? Wait, we're using the wrong word.
I don't fucking know.
Fucking... what?
Compelled.
Compelled, yeah. I was like, wait, you were impaled.
I was impaled by God.
You were...
And he told me to read the Kid Rock Spotify bio.
Yeah.
So I
was tapped 37
usually,
times.
I know a little bit about this,
All right.
and I don't know who the fuck D Nice is.
Oh, okay. You just kind of skimmed over it.
His name was fucking, like, I know that he was important to Kid Rock, but his name was, like, lit up, and I was like, I could click on that and listen to D Nice, but I'm too busy listening to Kid Rock, I fucking guess.
I fucking guess. Yeah, I've heard of Boogie Down Productions. I might know I don't know. I've definitely heard the name, but I don't know if I've ever heard any
I've
music
never heard
by
of
them.
Jive Records, but
I've never heard of that either.
It goes back to the point that, like, only metal records have cool label names.
Yeah, Jive Records. But yeah, at the age of 17, he signed to Jive Records. Then on November 27th of 1990, his debut, Grits Sandwiches for Breakfast, was released. The album was actually a pretty good success, selling over 100,000 copies, but it was kind of under-promoted by Jive Records due to the apparently very sexually explicit lyrics.
Yeah, isn't there a song that's all about blowjobs?
Yeah.
That's what it said in his Spotify bio.
Yeah, there was a lot of...
Also, let's talk about the title a little bit more. Hot grits on toast or whatever.
Grits Sandwiches for Breakfast.
Grits Sandwiches for Breakfast.
Do they even eat grits in Michigan?
Yes. Do they eat them right? No.
How do you like grits?
I'm not a big grits fan. I don't like the texture, and I think they're a little bland. I'm more of an oatmeal guy, but I
like oatmeal better.
I like grits in Cajun food.
Yeah,
and I like sweet grits.
Okay, yeah, if I had a choice, I would put brown sugar in my grits.
Yeah, I think grits are better sweet food. I don't know what the fuck they do in Michigan, but I know it's not.
They probably put like fucking ketchup or some weird shit on there.
My grandfather did put ketchup on his eggs.
Oh, I mean, eggs is I used to do that until I learned not to be a bitch and started eating hot sauce.
I don't put anything. I just eat eggs.
Oh, I have to put
Speaking of eggs,
Cholula on eggs.
I also eat my eggs undercooked. If you're looking for some egg tips, don't let them cook all the way in the pan.
Yeah. You have to get them a little runny, even if they're scrambled.
Keep them a little runny.
I make I ain't gonna cap. I make like the best scrambled eggs in my opinion. I mean,
I make really good scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
My beautiful partner does not. They want their eggs overcooked.
Now my wife she makes really good eggs. I'll give her that. But the first time she ever had mine, she was like, "Damn, what do you do?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just know the perfect timing and consistency." I'm just like, "Yeah, that's ready." Just fucking
you want it to fucking
put some onions in that bitch, sometimes some mushrooms. Fucking
I just put it on toast with mayonnaise.
You gotta put cheese in there.
I don't like cheese on my eggs.
Cheddar cheese and eggs.
I don't like cheddar. I don't like cheddar cheese.
What the fuck?
I don't like sharp cheeses.
Oh, I knew that.
I like really soft cheese.
Yeah. Also, some more of our lore. We used to walk to Kroger at like 4 a.m. and buy gourmet cheeses.
That's all we do. We just buy really nice cheeses.
We bought enough one time. We bought 3 blocks of the same brand of cheese.
It was Boar's Head, and we got a free cutting board.
Yeah, it said free cutting board if you buy 3 Boar's Head products.
And the cutting board didn't show up free, so this was 4 a.m, and I fucking bothered the attendant self-checkout. I was like, hey, this is supposed to be free, and he was like, let me go look.
Yeah, we walked over there, and they're like, all right, it's free.
It's free.
Yeah, fucking, that was a wild
We're
time.
the worst.
I mean, why the fuck would you miss out on a free cutting board?
I think my mom has it. I don't even use it.
Yeah, we need that cutting board back. But either way, that's besides the point. Unfavorable comparisons to Vanilla Ice also kind of hindered Kid Rock around this time, which actually caused Jive to drop Kid Rock.
Have you seen pictures of him at this time?
Yes.
Okay, so
look
up pictures of Kid Rock.
It's weird seeing him without like long hair.
Yeah, he has the Vanilla Ice spiked up, like really tall, spiked flat top.
Yeah. White boy swag. But either way, in 1992, Kid Rock actually signed with independent Detroit label Continuum, releasing his second album the next year on March 16th of 1993, titled The Polyfuse Method. This release saw Kid Rock developing his rap rock sound and sampling a lot of rock artists and employing more guitar and drums on the album and even some flute. He hired a dude just to play flute.
Doesn't seem like a flute guy.
I don't know. I'd have to listen to the album to see where the flute plays in.
I think I might listen to old Kid Rock now.
Yeah, listening to this album didn't make me want to, but researching his career, I was like, I kind of want to listen to this.
I'm going to go ahead and do a warning. I am a second-generation Kid Rock fan.
Second generation.
Growing up, my dad would very rarely put new CDs in his car, so we'd listen to the same CD a lot. And one of them happened to be the CD with All Summer Long on it.
Oh, yeah. Rock and Roll Jesus.
I also grew up on a lot of, like, Ba with the Ba.
Yeah.
And, like, that album.
How do you even say it? It's Ba?
Ba with the Ba, da bang a bang, diggy diggy diggy, said the boogie said up, jump the boogie.
Okay. Got it. But yeah, I mean, I was not raised a Kid Rock fan, but I know, like, his most popular songs.
Yeah, like Ba with the Ba, Rockstar, Picture. Not Rockstar. Cowboy.
Picture, American Badass. Metallica ripped off that song. What the fuck, Metallica? Bro.
Fucking Bad Reputation.
What the fuck? Yeah, his most
well-known Kid Rock songs.
Well known. And this album, The Polyfuse Method, that is, also brought on a little bit of the country influences and is considered the beginning of Kid Rock's trailer park persona. Also around this time, Kid Rock began using an actual backing band called Twisted Brown Trucker, as well as DJs DJ Blackman and Uncle Cracker. Did you know that?
Wait, like the actual
Uncle?
Yeah,
not
Uncle
just
Cracker. Someone else named Uncle Cracker.
The Uncle Cracker. He started out DJing for Kid Rock.
The Uncle Cracker.
The Uncle Cracker.
I wonder what that guy's up to today. I've heard he's had a very lustrous career in country.
Yes, I think he went to prison for, like, domestic abuse or something. I don't know how long ago that was.
His name is Uncle Cracker.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Checks out. He did the fucking, what was his big song?
God, the one about heroin.
Wait, are you thinking of What It's Like? That's Everlast.
No, okay, so it's not actually about heroin, but a lot of people said it's about hard drugs. It's the one that's like, fuck.
There's too many trailer park white rappers.
Keep reading. I will find it.
But let's see where I'm at. Next album came Early Morning Stone Pimp on January 9th of 1996. This third release by Kid Rock brought his most rock-oriented album up until this point, bringing in southern rock, funk, and even some soul influences. Around the release of Early Morning Stone Pimp, Kid Rock also began to develop his stage persona, dressing as a 1970s pimp.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Uncle Kracker. He actually had 4 hits.
Okay.
Follow Me is the one you're thinking
Oh,
of.
yes.
That's about either cheating or hard drugs.
Yeah, I haven't heard that shit in forever.
He also did When the Sun Goes Down.
Might know it.
You would know it.
Okay.
Drift Away.
Duh, yes.
Is the Give Me the Beat Boys.
Yes, I thought that was him.
And he also did Smile.
I remember that one. Okay.
And then his 5th most played song is some song featuring Kid Rock. So it all comes full circle.
Okay, full circle. Damn, I need to listen to some motherfucking Uncle Kracker tonight.
No,
buddy.
you don't.
Don't fucking test me, I will. In 1997, Kid Rock actually signed to Atlantic Records. On this label, he released his major breakout album, Devil Without a Cause, which many people kind of think is his first album, which, I mean, makes sense.
It is also, as someone who grew up listening to it, it's a really good album.
Yeah, this is, I definitely am gonna, if anything, listen to this album sometime
I'm
soon.
gonna listen to Devil Without a Cause again, and I'm gonna listen to Rock and Roll Jesus, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Jesus.
That was a joke. I didn't know that was actually the album.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I was just trying to do like a Rock and Roll McDonald's thing.
But yeah, Devil Without a... it was released on August 18th of 1998, and it is definitely Kid Rock's most popular album, being a full realization of his genre-mixing sound, as well as his pimp redneck persona. It was actually well received by most critics for its unique sound, and sold over 14 million copies.
Yeah, I saw the Spotify bio said that this was probably due to the sudden prominence of
new metal. Yeah, which a lot of when I was reading like the critic reviews on Wikipedia for this album, like the few that they had posted there, I guess there was, which makes sense. There's kind of a debate like saying that this isn't a new metal album, but it like fits kind of in line with the movement.
I think it is new metal movement, but I think ultimately it's hip hop.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's more in line, but somebody said this, like, it's more of a lineage of Walk This Way, Run DMC, and Aerosmith,
yeah,
more than it is new metal.
But it's also like, I would call it proto-hip-hop.
Yeah.
Because hip-hop wasn't really established.
Yeah, not really.
Until...
I mean, Kid Rock is really probably the main influence for hip-hop, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and hip-hop usually isn't good. Kid Rock is good.
Yeah, no, I've heard some really cringe hip-hop before, like on
Upchurch the Redneck.
Oh God, that fucking dude.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to cover him for the podcast.
Oh no, I don't think I've ever even listened. I've just seen him on Facebook. But no, Finn McKenty, Punk Rock MBA, he does like cringe reaction of like cringe songs, and he's done a lot of hip hop. And I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, what is this?
I had a friend when I worked at Walmart that used to watch Upchurch's rants on YouTube.
You told me that, yeah, angry guy screams in truck for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I've seen some of those, but what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, but yeah, basically, like, new metal is more so metal with DJ scratching and shit like that, and then rap rock is more so, like, a rock song with somebody rapping instead of singing, essentially, so that's kind of what...
I would argue that, like, new metal is more is more, like, actual instrumentation metal and rock influenced, and rap rock is more rap influenced.
Yeah, I mean,
for the most part.
Yeah. It's kind of a slippery slope.
Yeah, like, who fucking cares? Genres are made up.
Yeah, but either way, Kid Rock kind of fits in with new metal, but isn't exactly. Kid Rock's next 2 albums, Cocky from November 20th, 2001, and self-titled Kid Rock on November 11th, 2003, largely continued the style that he had been perfecting up until this point, and kind of got mixed to positive reviews. And then also around this time, Kid Rock was criticized after his appearance at Super Bowl 38 in 2004 for wearing the American flag as a poncho.
Based.
I mean...
honestly based.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. But I just think it's funny within the context of this album, because he's like...
Yeah, it's really funny now.
Yeah.
But, like, at the time, incredibly based.
Yeah. Yeah. He went from bass to bootlicker in about...
He has
20 years.
I will go ahead and spoil it. He has one really base take in this album.
I don't know if I caught it. We'll have to see.
He has one really based take.
Okay, I'm interested. But yeah, this event was soon overshadowed by the Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake Nipplegate, which happened in the same fucking performance.
Yeah, and of course is the reason we have YouTube today.
Yeah, exactly. Which is funny because we talked about that in another episode.
Did we? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember what episode, but we talked about that. For his 7th studio album, Rock and Roll Jesus, released on October 9th of 2007, Kid Rock had largely dropped the rapping from his sound, as the track Sugar was the only one on the album to contain any rapping, and was actually his last album to have any rapping at all until 2017's Sweet Southern Sugar. This release instead opted for a mostly southern rock and country sound, and was received with mixed reviews, although it debuted at number 1 on Billboard, being Kid Rock's first and only album to do so.
It also was his biggest hit.
All summer long, yeah.
All Summer Long is his big... You can maybe argue Picture.
Yeah.
But I think that All Summer Long is his biggest hit.
Probably. I mean, I feel like I hear that song, like, everywhere
Speaking
still.
of Picture, I don't know if you have this in your notes, but Sheryl Crow came out after Picture and, like, basically called Kid Rock, like, the worst person to work with.
Really?
Yeah, she,
That's
like,
surprising,
had nothing but complaints.
That's surprising, because she was on a song on the next album I'm about to say, Born Free.
It may have been after that, but, like...
Maybe.
Yeah, she was like... He's really hard to work with.
I can see that. On Kid Rock's next 4 releases, Born Free on November 16, 2010, Rubber Soul. Kid Rock released Rubber Soul.
I would listen to Kid Rock covering Rubber Soul.
That would be interesting. Rebel Soul on November 19th of 2012, First Kiss on February 24th, 2015, and Sweet Southern Sugar on November 3rd of 2017, all were firmly grounded in country with kind of some blues, rock, and soul thrown in for good measure, and all were met with mixed to positive reception, which is very surprising. Like, going through this, looking at the critic scores, like, his worst received album until the one we're covering, Bad Reputation, was his first one, the Vanilla Ice ripoff album. It's weird. Like, I was expecting, like, pretty much all of his albums to have shitty scores, but even, like, these random ones that nobody ever talks about have decent...
He's a good musician.
I mean, he can play every instrument.
Yeah, like, he's a really talented guy.
Yeah.
He just has some really shit takes.
Yeah. Yeah. To put it lightly.
Warning, I should have said this earlier. This is going to be our most political episode, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of has to be.
It
with
has
the
to
subject
be.
matter. You can't really talk about this album without talking about it. But, yeah, I mean, we'll try to keep it. I mean, I feel like most of it is shit that... It's like, unless you're a very, very rabid, even like conservatives, I feel like would cringe at a lot of this album.
Yeah, like
this is for the lowest common denominator, like, anything Trump does, fucking, I'll jack him off for it, like, type of people, like...
And I'm gonna try my hardest to remove my own political affiliations from this episode, but it might slip through.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it. The two-party system is fucked. I don't like...
Oh, yeah.
Fuck both sides.
That's obvious. The two-party system is fucked.
Yeah, so it's like, don't think that we're like, oh, they're just liberals shitting on Kid Rock for saying all this shit, conservative stuff. It's like, no. Both sides suck, but Kid Rock is kind of whack on some of these songs that we'll get to. But
Kid Rock is in arguably the worst of the two parties.
Yeah. Who fucking knows it? They're basically the same thing at this point. But either way, so yeah, now we get to this album, Bad Reputation, which was released on March 21st of 2022. Kid Rock made the move back to an independent label for this album, releasing it through Top Dog Records. The album...
Wait, please tell me that's not Andrew Tate's record label.
Is it?
No, wait, he's Top G.
Okay, I was about to say...
Oh my god.
I have no idea.
Imagine if it's still Andrew Tate. Sorry, you couldn't see, but I just, like, had my mouth agape for, like, 5 minutes.
That would honestly make sense. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, maybe,
Would you rather have a cigar with would you rather have a Bud Light with Kid Rock or a cigar with Andrew Tate?
Oh, God. Fucking... I don't even know. Probably a Bud Light with Kid Rock. I don't know. Yeah, look up Top Dog Records real quick.
Okay.
I didn't do that. I should have. I'm kind of intrigued to see if it's even released anything else of note. The album, not surprisingly, has...
Is it D-A-W-G?
No, just D-O-G.
Okay.
The album, not surprisingly, has garnered no attention from major music critic outlets after the major criticism of lead single Don't Tell Me How to Live, whose lyrics, like we said, lean very hard into right-wing themes that people actually believe that Weird Al wrote the song to parody this mindset. Apparently, Weird Al had to tweet out that he was not involved in the making of Don't Tell Me How to Live.
Oh my god. Okay, so a little bit of history about Kid Rock, Top Dog Records. In 2001, Kid Rock actually sued Top Dog Records, and he is now the full owner of it.
What the fuck? Why did he sue them?
I don't know. I guess he was like a partial owner. He's like, no, fuck you. I want the whole thing.
Oh, wait. Okay. That is something I read that I didn't include because I was like, it doesn't feel relevant, but I guess it is.
It is relevant. So it is a record label. Other notable acts on the record label are Ty Stone.
Don't know him.
He's the first one that pulls up, so I guess he's famous. Some of you will know who he is. Uncle Kracker.
Oh, okay.
As well as David Allan Coe.
Interesting. Interesting lineup there.
So we're seeing a bit of a
prevailing
pattern.
theme here.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, literally all you need to know about the album is that it holds a mind-bogglingly low 0.80 out of 5 on Rate Your Music, which actually makes it the 13th lowest ranked album of all time on the site.
So you know we had to cover it.
Yeah, you know we had to... Pretty much everything that is above this is like 7 Tom MacDonald albums, like literally.
Yeah.
Like the top 5 spots are all him. Then it's like...
Listen, I love you guys. I love our listeners. I'm not listening to fucking Tom MacDonald.
Yeah, I think this is as far down that spectrum as we're gonna go as Bad Reputation.
If we get $1,000 a piece, that's $2,000. I will listen to Tom MacDonald.
Okay.
One album.
We'll pick the very worst one, according to Rate Your Music. But yeah, it's literally like Tom MacDonald, fucking Iced Earth, a narrative soundscape, which is apparently just spoken word. I don't know why it's rated so low. And then like some other shit I've never heard of, then it's Kid Rock. So I guess that'll kind of tell you all you need to know. But yeah, I mean, now let's get into first thoughts on the album. Because like I said, there's literally no major music outlet has given Bad Reputation a review. So there's really no reviews for me to give you some quotes from. So yeah.
My first thoughts on the album, boo-hoo, they took my gerb.
Yeah, that's a good first thought. Is that your only first thought?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much knew what we were getting into by knowing who Kid Rock is and his controversies, and as well as looking at the track list, because a lot of the track list, you're like, oh, I know what this song's going to be about. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, this album is made up of a first 5-song run and a last 4-song run that lean very hard into all those things that we were talking about, and then literally the 8 or 9 songs or whatever in the middle of those are just all very generic country and rock songs. So yeah, it's a very interesting album to say the least.
Yeah, so let's get to the first track, Don't Tell Me How to Live.
Yeah, this one starts right out of the gate with a fucking bang for what you're getting into for this album. We get this little weird horn part that kind of feels like it would be a wrestling entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, then after that, Kid Rock exclaims, "Fuck all you hoes, Detroit till I die, motherfucker." And then that's even more knowing what you're going to get into. Then we go into a riff that sounds like AI created Metallica and Rage Against the Machine mashup riff.
I think the riff's kind of sick.
I mean, it's not a bad riff. Yeah, the riff is not bad, but it literally just sounds like you take every Metallica and Rage Against the Machine song and just throw them all together and let AI make a riff out of that.
It does, but it fits the song.
Yeah, it's not a bad riff, but actually, I didn't know this till I was looking the lyrics up for this album to get some down. This is actually, because this is featuring Monster Truck, which I thought was a guy, and that is who sings the chorus, but Monster Truck is actually a band, a Canadian rock band, and this is...
Okay.
Yeah, this is a cover of their song, Don't Tell Me How to Live, but the rapping is all Kid Rock, but the chorus and all the instrumentation is a cover of that song.
Okay.
Yeah, so Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So, yeah. But yeah, so whoever the fuck is the singer of Monster Truck goes on the chorus for this one, and I mean he's got a decent voice. It's pretty generic butt rock voice, but
it kind of reminds me of is it Howard from
Howard Jones?
Howard Jones
from Killswitch?
Yeah. It's a little Howard Jonesy. I almost said Howard Stern.
I can honestly see that. Howard Stern. Oh, God. Cringe. Oh, man. You know, now that you think about it, I feel like Howard Stern and Kid Rock are like opposite ends of the political spectrum. They're like the worst you can get for both of those sides. God, Howard Stern is cringe. Don't tell me how to live. But yeah, I mean, the lyrics are pretty much just stereotypical ultra-conservative drivel about people being offended too much, millennials being pussies. Yeah,
I hate to say it. He's got some bars.
He's got some bars.
He's got some bars.
I mean, his flow and rhyming isn't... I mean, some of it's cringe, but...
Yeah, some of it's cringe, but like some of it's like actually like
some
good
of it's
rap.
not bad. I mean, I feel like at this point in his career, he's proven to be at least... you know, decent.
Yeah, but
at worst. Rapper.
I like that this was a throwback to like old Kid Rock, though.
Yeah,
it felt like I was a kid in the fucking poor part of Knoxville listening to Kid Rock again.
Yeah, it definitely is a throwback to his older style. But yeah, I mean, the lyrics, like we said, are just very cringe on this one. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, it just. I don't know, it's kind of ironic that he's talking about being offended and being a pussy coming from the dude that was offended by Bud Light going woke, quote unquote.
Even though he got caught recently, as of this recording, drinking a Bud Light in Nashville.
Yeah, literally was like posting videos of him shooting Bud Light cans, and it's like, I'll never drink it again, and yeah.
Actually, he wasn't the one shooting the cans. If you look closely, there's someone behind him who actually shoots the cans.
Really?
He's just missing.
Really? Bruh. Oh no. I'll have to watch the video again. That's cringe. But yeah, though, like all those lyrics are one thing, and then towards the end he starts just randomly comparing himself to a bunch of different musicians and act like Brad Pitt randomly, but fucking
Brad Pitt, but I sling more dick.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of ironic because it's like he compares himself to both Willie Nelson and Bruce Springsteen, which are two very well-known left-leaning artists.
Yeah, two people that would fucking hate Kid Rock.
Yeah, exactly. So, which, I mean, obviously you don't have to share a political opinion of an artist to be a fan or to say you have inspiration from them musically, but it's like in a song where you're saying all this shit that these people would not agree with, it's just kind of...
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, at least compare yourself to, like, David Allan Coe or something like that. It's like, obviously, he's on the same label as you, or fucking, it's basically like if somebody made an anti-Second Amendment song and was like, Ted Nugent, bro, fucking love him. It's
like Ted Nugent with a more Kid Rock.
Yeah, it's like, what?
You wanna write that?
That just wouldn't make sense. Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, it's just, it just really doesn't make sense. And
no, it's a fucking goofy song.
Yeah, which, that is a theme throughout the album of him just shouting out countless artists that he's gotten influence from.
Countless artists that probably wouldn't like him.
Yeah, exactly. It's just very weird. But yeah, I mean, music-wise, it's derivative, but catchy enough and well performed.
It's a solid song.
Yeah, this is about as good as it's gonna get for the most part, as in terms of songwriting for the album, in my opinion. So, interesting songwriting, at least.
I think instrumentation-wise, the whole album is stacked.
I mean, it's not...
Just instrumentation-wise.
Yeah, I mean, it's very well produced, and it's performed well, but even though it's well performed, like, none of it feels wholly original. Like,
it's very derivative.
Yeah, all of it feels very derivative, so...
But then we get to what is the best song on the album.
We the People.
We the People. I'm saying that this song is so fucking cringe.
Yeah, this one is very cringe. Even more than Don't Tell Me How to Live.
But, like, the only thing I hate, like, if this was about anything else, I would like this song.
Okay.
I think it's a really good, like, ode to Devil Without a Cause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these first few songs right out of the gate kind of harken back to that era of Kid Rock. And yeah, like you said, if the lyrics weren't absolutely fucking cringe, then...
But this is it's all just an anti-woke song. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like anti-COVID policy, anti-government, anti-mainstream media diss track, basically.
Is this the one where it's like, Biden says and the people do, or Biden says and the people follow, or something like that, and he's like, Big Don does it and they call him racist?
Yeah, no, it says, talking about, like, closing the borders because of COVID lockdown, he's like, Big Joe makes the call and people... something, I don't know if he says, like, love him, and then he's like, Big Don does it, and they call him a racist. I was like, first of all, why the fuck are you calling him Big Don? That's fucking...
It's a little sexual, bud.
That makes him sound like a fucking mafioso. Like, what the fuck? Big Don.
He's actually just talking about Tony Soprano.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, like, all those things, like I said, it's just, like, fuck the government, fuck mainstream media, which, yes, I hate the government and mainstream media as well, but... it's just, like, it goes about it the cringiest and most, like, narrow-lensed way. It's just, like, fuck CNN, fuck TMZ. Yeah. But it's like, bro, throw Fox News in there.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, we should fuck TMZ and CNN,
yeah,
but also
them.
fuck News.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck all of them. It's like, that's the whole theme of this album. It's just pandering to, like, that lowest fucking common denominator where it's, like, anything that is right. Anything that's left is, like, the worst thing ever. And it's like... yeah. It's like, bro, if you're going to say you hate the government and mainstream media, like, you got to hate all of it. You can't just be like, yeah, I hate the government, but I like all the Republicans there. Like, fucking, you hate all of them if you hate them.
You either hate them or you don't hate them.
Yeah,
like, grow up, dude.
Exactly. But
I will also say, this is the first D's Nuts in this album.
Yeah, there's actually, 3 songs that say
I think there are 3 D's Nuts.
At least 2.
At least 2, but this is the first one.
Yeah.
Which really sets the bar for Kid Rock's humor.
Yeah, D's Nuts, motherfucker.
This isn't the one that Weird Al had to say he didn't have a part in, because this feels very Weird Al.
No, it was Don't Tell Me How to Live, the first song. So
it's ridiculous.
I mean, it was the lead single on the album, so that makes sense. Which I want to watch the music. There's apparently 3 music videos for songs on this album. I really want to watch them because I feel like it'll even add to the just level of cringe.
I didn't know people still made music videos.
Yeah, apparently Kid Rock does. But yeah, I mean, musically, again, like Don't Tell Me How to Live, it's decent enough.
Yeah.
Like, passable, catchy, kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty. I have the chorus stuck in my head.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Is that all they say in the chorus?
No, they say, we the people.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, it's like, we the people.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, it's like literally chanting like that. And then I think that's the whole chorus.
And then the end of the song has like a recording of people chanting, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty cringe.
After that, we get to My Kind of Country.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts by singing about the actual country of the US of A.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, my country has a Ronald Reagan and a Donald Trump, too.
No. I'll correct you. He says, my kind of country has a Trump and a JFK.
Oh, a Trump and a JFK.
Mm-hmm.
My kind of country has a NAACP and an NRA.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't think those are really on the same... Like,
those are completely different organizations.
Yeah, I know you compare 2 presidents, which, okay, whatever. Like you're saying...
you can compare 2 presidents.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh yeah, human rights group versus
a gun group.
A gun group, yeah. It's like, okay. Like,
I guess guns are a human right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, close enough, I guess.
On the first day, God said, let there be AR-15s.
He did. He said it. I was there. Kid Rock was there with me. Kid Rock's the Son, I'm the Holy Spirit.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Rock.
Holy Rock. That needs to be his next album. But yeah, and then now we get to the point of the album where Kid Rock thinks that naming a bunch of black musical artists means he can't be racist.
Yeah, it's really funny that he starts the first verse all about the actual country,
mm-hmm.
and then, like, gives up on that line of thought, presumably because he's too fucking stupid to know anything else about America besides JFK, Donald Trump, the NRA, and the NAACP.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't the song where he says the Black Lives Matter thing, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah. Yeah, I had that for my, or wait, is it? Yeah, I think it is. I think I had that on, like, my lyrics to like the worst lyrics of the album. But yeah, later on in this song, he says, let's see if I actually wrote it down. Yeah. You piece of shit, I don't see color. Black lives matter. No shit, motherfucker.
Like, you're completely missing the point of that entire movement.
Exactly. But yeah, the way he says it, he's just like, Black lives matter. No shit, motherfucker. It's just like the most hell yeah brother tone of voice he says it with. It's like that. I mean, I was cringing pretty hard and like kind of laughing in my head for most of the album up until this point, but that was the first point.
That fucking got me.
Yeah, that was the first point in the album where I just busted out laughing and I was like, oh shit.
I was stunned.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh my god. Yeah, that was wild. That was definitely wild. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just a country song naming things he loves about the USA.
I mean, it's mostly about stuff he loves about country music.
Yeah, music in general. He like shouts out Biggie. He shouts out Sly and the Family Stone. Waylon Jennings, I think.
Yeah.
Like just a bunch of random musicians that really have not a lot to do with each other. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this tries to be a political, like, I love America song, but it just pretty much is name dropping people.
Yeah.
is most of the contents.
But it's again, not a bad song musically. Like, it's a good Southern rock song.
Yeah, I'll give it that. And then we go to Bad Reputation, the title track on the album, which sounds like very, very similar to something, which now it just hit me in my notes. I didn't put it down, but I think Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top.
See, I got Lynyrd Skynyrd from it.
Well, yeah, it definitely has Lynyrd Skynyrd vibes, but the vocal, the way he sings the chorus, where he's like, got a bad reputation for a real good time.
Yeah.
Every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
I didn't put it down, but one of the songs in this sounds like the song from School of Rock, where it's like, now you're in the band.
I didn't catch that. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I just see
TikTok clips of the musical every now and then.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but really it sounds like any generic, like, 80s or 90s honky-tonk blues country song.
The entire song is about how people hate him because he's Kid Rock, which, like, is not a bad reason to hate somebody.
I mean, yeah. It kind of makes sense.
I was not expecting a killer sax solo.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this one goes for a honky-tonk vibe. Like, I could see the Lynyrd Skynyrd, how you would get that from there, because it kind of has, like, that Street Survivors, Lynyrd Skynyrd era when they started to have some horn sections on their songs. So, again, like, decent musically, like, not bad.
Yep.
I mean, this one doesn't really go for the whole political themes. It's mostly just about how he loves to party and do all this shit and be an asshole, basically, I guess.
Yeah.
So, kind of getting away from the political shit for a minute. But, yeah, not an awful song, but...
No, and then we get to Never Quit, which is hip hop at its finest, which is a very low bar to begin with.
Yeah. It's pretty much just him trying to flex on everybody about how much of a badass he is, essentially.
What's really funny about this is vocally it sounds a little bit like Old Town Road, which is something Kid Rock would throw a tantrum over if he realized.
I didn't catch that. Yeah, did you know he dissed Billy Ray Cyrus on one of his albums? I think the one right before the fucking Baba Bop, whatever that fucking...
Don't Let It Go.
Yeah, the one before that he had a Kid Rock diss track on. I mean,
Billy
Ray Cyrus diss track.
It's so fucking funny.
But, so yeah, that plus a openly gay music artist, I think he would have a fit.
He would lose his shit.
But yeah, I didn't catch that. But yeah, I mean, this one, it's really catchy. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it is catchy. That's what all it has going for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
Then we get to Shakedown.
Yeah, which Kid Rock's son is on this song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know why this has the sickest nu metal instrumental and harsh vocals.
Yeah. Like, I was not expecting that. It's essentially like a fucking trap song with a screamo chorus, kind of.
Like, this song goes fucking hard.
I'm not gonna lie, this one is actually pretty decent. Like, pretty good. I mean, overall, it's kind of but the chorus is really good.
Yeah.
It's really catchy, and
probably the best song on the album.
I mean, I'm assuming it's his son doing the harsh vocals. I'm assuming. I mean, maybe Kid Rock is doing that. I don't fucking know.
I don't know, it sounds like Kid Rock, but like his son would sound like him, most likely.
Yeah. But I can definitely tell it's not him singing the the like party like a rock star part. You know what I'm talking about? That's definitely his son because that's not Kid Rock's voice. But yeah, this song's kind of like if Broken Side was from Johnson City and Traded in Monster and Snakebite Piercings from Mountain Dew and Dip. So that's kind of the vibe of this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it
I
makes for a decent banger.
I'm gonna go on record and say this might be the best thing Kid Rock's ever released.
Yeah, it might be up there. But yeah, this one threw me for a loop. Like hearing fucking harsh vocals on a Kid Rock album, I was not ready.
That song fucks.
It fucks.
But then we get to Rockin', which is just a country ballad. There's not really much to say about it.
Yeah, this one's pretty just boring and mid.
We're getting into the forgettable section of the album.
Yeah, it's just kind of a stereotypical country song reminiscing about the good old days, like 50 million other country songs. But yeah, this is where we go from the like enjoyable train wreck beginning of the album to
just like I'm fucking bored.
Yeah, 8 songs of mid.
Then we get to The Last Dance, which is another mid song. It's just it's an okay country song. The chorus is kind of catchy. Yeah,
and the beginning riff sounds like Fly By Night by Rush. You know, where it's like, dun, 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 dun. Like it pretty much sounds exactly like that.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that, and then the vocal melody sounds like a reworking of Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. It's kind of giving me those vibes.
Yeah. Then we get to See You Again, which is possibly the worst song on the album.
Yeah, this one's pretty grating and cringe.
It's just so formulaic. It's so boring to listen to. I really hate it.
Yeah, it's just so melodramatic. Like, I guess it's about like a dead relative or something. Dead friend, dead loved one. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of the same vibes as the past 2 songs, but this one kind of has more of like a soft rock approach. Like, it sounds like something that would be on fucking like an adult contemporary station.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really boring.
Then we get to Still Something, which is a little better than the rest of the forgettable tracks.
Yeah, this one's kind of more of like a dad rock.
It's dad rock with some hip-hop influences.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not bad. The chorus is a little boring, but not poorly written.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically just a love letter to dad rock. Like, it just has a bunch of like cheesy references to bands like AC/DC, Journey, Guns N' Roses, bunch of bands like that. He's like Don't Stop Believin' and Sweet Child and I don't fucking know. He like references multiple songs by like all these 70s and 80s bands.
It's a fun song.
Yeah, it's not bad. Definitely better than the past 3-4 songs, however.
Then Still Your Baby Now, which is back to formulaic. It's just a rock song.
It's She's Your Baby, in parentheses, now rock her.
Oh, okay.
Gotta get it right.
My bad.
Can't diss the rock.
The only thing going here is that the chorus is really catchy, but he's released so many albums, I would hope that by now he could write a fucking chorus.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I will say this is probably the best song lyrically on the album, I think. Like, I think it's like the most coming from a good place song on the album. It's essentially about like, you know, always unconditionally loving your spouse and like making sure you do the little things and treat them right and shit like that, because it's like you never know when your last day together is going to be. So it has a good message. Like, the only song on the album I could relate to on a lyrical standpoint. So I'll give it that. But I mean, musically, it's not interesting at all. Like, it's decent enough, catchy enough, but pretty forgettable. So
then we get to Never Enough, which is not forgettable. It is an auto-tuned hip-hop song.
The fucking, like, this is the worst auto-tune I have ever heard. Like, there is multiple points where I don't know if it's because, like, he is, like, his vocals were too loud. I don't know, but it literally breaks up in the headphones. Like,
like, stops. Like, you stop hearing shit for a second.
Yeah, like, it literally cuts in and out, like, as he's, like, holding out a note. I genuinely thought that my headphones were fucking up. Like, it sounds like after you drop your phone in water or something and the video's playing. Like, it was bad. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how did this even happen? How did he let this get by? Because, I mean, this is really the only bad and, like, weirdly overlooked, bad produced part on the album.
Yeah, I don't understand how this made it to production.
Yeah, it's a very well produced album. This is the only part where I was like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, even without that, the auto-tune is unnecessary and bad by itself.
It's a weird direction for Kid Rock.
Yeah, so I mean, even without it glitching randomly, it's still shitty, but I don't know. I was like, what the fuck?
He's trying to be the country Kanye.
Yeah. 808s and trailer parks. Yeah, overall, the song kind of sounds like the Eagles to me. Like if the Eagles used auto-tune. Like,
Okay.
I don't know what it was. It made me think of like Hotel California, like not the song but the album, like that vibe of the Eagles, but with auto tune. Like I don't know what it was. I don't know how to put a finger on it, but it really, I was just like, yeah, this sounds like if Don Henley was singing with auto tune. Like I don't know, I don't fucking know.
Don Henley had brain damage.
Yeah, essentially.
Then we get to Everything to Me, which is another country ballad, another forgettable song.
Yeah, just a sterile and soulless pop country song with the very overdone topic about admitting you were shitty in a relationship and praising your wife for sticking by your side through all of it.
Shitty in a relationship?
He would never.
Fucking no way.
He would never.
Cold Beer, I have nothing to say about this one.
Yeah, really all I got to say, this is why I was, this and another song is why I was giving you the fucking dimensions of his house and everything, because in this one he like tries to portray himself as like a good old working class country boy patriot, like relatable, like trying to be relatable to that demographic, and it's like, bro, you were literally a fucking rich kid. like what are you doing? Like I don't know, shit like that. It's just like pandering at its finest.
Yeah,
because he even says something about like. Because I think the beginning of the song starts out with him saying, like, wish I could turn on the radio without hearing politics. Like, I want to hear music on the radio. And then he's like for something about being broke. Like, he literally says, like, a broke guy like me don't care about all this shit, basically. And it's like, bro, for one, your album is mostly about politics, and for two, you have never been poor in your life. So, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You've always been wealthy.
You've always been rich. Like,
my brother in rock.
My brother in rock. God damn. But yeah, I was just like, okay.
You ever think we crucified the wrong guy?
Yeah, probably. But yeah,
it should have been Kid Rock.
Yeah, it should have been. But yeah, it's just, and this will kind of tie into another song a few tracks down the line, but it's like I don't know, it's like, I know that people, like, country has a big problem, like, at least with, like, the pop country scene with songwriters that aren't the artists, like, writing the songs and trying to appeal to that demographic of, like, working class Americans when these people aren't working class, but it's like, at least I'm sure some of those were working class at some point or, like, raised poor or something, but it's like, I don't know. It's just like, bro, you've literally...
Yeah.
And it's like, he wrote this shit. This wasn't done by another songwriter.
Yeah,
it's
like, what he could have done instead is write a song about the death of country.
Yeah, or something. So anything else, but it's like...
That would have fit so much better on this album, is like, this is what happened to country and we hate these people for it.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of does that on the song I'm alluding to, but he goes about it the dumbest way, so we'll get to that. But yeah, and then we got Alla fucking Bama. Which, yes, there is a song called Alla fucking Bama.
God, the beginning of the song is really funny.
Yeah. Alla fucking Bama.
But it's not a good song.
No, it's not a good song. It's pretty much just like a southern rock, like, kind of hip-hop leaning track that, I mean, I don't think he raps in it, but it kind of has like that.
It has that vibe.
It has that vibe. It's just him simping over a girl from Alabama. With
he's just obsessed with this girl from Alabama who, like, threatened to beat him up or something.
Yeah, with just a few, like, too on-the-nose references to Alabama culture, if that's a thing, but just references to Alabama that are just like too obvious and on the nose.
He's like, this girl was wearing an Alabama hat, and I asked her where she's from, and she got mad. Yeah, it was hot.
yeah. He's like, I listen to Leonard Skinner, and I love Bear Bryant, which was a coach for Alabama football, like back in the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't have no.
Back in like the 40s or something.
Is that a country guy?
Yeah, and then he's like, I roll with the waves and you roll with the tide, like Crimson Tide, Alabama. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
I only say roll tide because it makes people around here really mad, and I think it's funny.
Yeah, it does make
It makes people here really fucking upset.
Be careful. Some fucking crazy Tennessee fan will probably actually try to fight you.
I just say it to people I'm friends with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That are UT fans. I'm like, don't forget, roll tide, brother.
Roll tide, brother. Then we go to I Am What I Am, which is really just a trailer park anthem where Kid Rock is trying to, again, show his persona as a badass redneck, which he's not and never has been.
He's just trying to convince us that he's a redneck and also a gangster.
Yeah.
He also has a reference that sounds like, damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Yeah, it does have that, yeah. I can't, he changes it up. It's not like a sample.
He just goes damn, it feels good, in the same, cadence.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, cringe. But not much else to say. Then here we go. This one has a lot for me to say. The Nashville I Know.
I got a good amount to say about this one.
Yeah, there is a lot to fucking unpack. Yeah, it's by the title of the song, you kind of know where this is going. It's going to be about him complaining about how Nashville's not country anymore, all these people coming in and ruined it, but it goes further than I could have imagined.
Oh my god, it has the line, underage skanks.
Underage whores,
Underage whores.
Yeah,
that's made me so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's I'm getting triggered by a Kid Rock album, but all joking aside, that was the first. All the other shit, I'm whatever, you're just fucking stupid repeating what everybody else says, but it's bro, that's kind of...
Bro, you can't talk that way about children.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. What?
Misogyny aside,
yeah,
they're children.
Yeah, it's saying whores is, bad enough, just being
and,
these whores,
maybe he meant underage is, under 21. Those are still fucking children.
I'm assuming he meant underage in general. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Either way, until you're 21, you're a child.
But yeah, I was whoa, that's literally the first line of the album. He's bouncer letting in underage whores or whatever, and I was what the fuck? I was all right, starting off with something there. But yeah, that aside, the rest of the song is pretty much about, people not from the South coming into Nashville, ruining the scene, quote unquote. He says, some dude from LA is doing Hank karaoke, but sounds more like Barney Fife.
Yeah.
It's bro, that's you.
Yeah, you're literally LA, that person.
Replace LA with Detroit, that's fucking you.
I understand that, you are from a more rural town.
Yeah.
In Michigan, and there are Michigan rednecks.
Yeah, but...
But, you came to the South when you're not from the South.
Yeah, exactly. It's
we don't... For the most part, we don't want you here.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I will say, this is a song I was alluding to earlier with the based take.
Oh, okay.
He has the take about, the entire song is basically, all these damn Californians moving into Nashville to ruin it. Yeah. We don't want you here.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Go the fuck home.
You're the reason I can't fucking buy a house in the city I've lived in my entire life.
I can already barely afford to live. You're making it worse.
Yeah. You're the reason that fucking houses that 3 years ago went for $125K are going for $500K now.
Yeah,
go away.
I'm not a property owner. This isn't helping me. You're literally ruining the South.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper to live. Quote, fuck off. Okay, I'm getting political here, but fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
If you're poor and come to the South, I get it.
Yeah.
There's a cheaper quality of life for the most part.
Yeah, but it's these people that are...
If you are from California, I'm leaving California because I can't afford it, I'm going to buy a house. If you have money to fucking buy a house in cash, do not move to the fucking South.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to hell.
Going to the most impoverished part of the country. Yeah, fuck off. This is where I'm gonna raise hell about being Southern, brother. Fuck off. No, but for real, yeah. I guess that is a base take now that you say
it's that. It's based as fuck.
Yeah, that is pretty based, but...
But he's the same fucking person.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, going back to more of the themes of the song, he's just kind of giving, we were saying, just this vibe of all these people from LA coming in and ruining it. It's Nashville's kind of been known for the rhinestone cowboy thing since the fucking 70s.
It's also always been a progressive town.
Yeah, it's what are you talking about?
Think of all the country musicians from the 60s and 70s.
Mm.
Most of them were part of the Communist Party.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the musicians in they were all friends with Bob Dylan and fucking
yeah,
the guy that does Phil Oakes.
Yeah.
Like, they were part of, like, these movements that you don't like.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole... Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to claim I know, like, everything about country history, but I'm pretty sure, like, Nashville was kind of... I mean, how it is now, it's like that's where all the pop country, like, mainstream shit is produced. Yeah. So, like, the outlaw movement was a direct reaction to that. Because, like, it had those conservative values that they didn't like and all that. So it's like... I don't know, it's just a weird thing with Kid Rock, because it's like he has those conservative values, but the people he's shouted out on the album don't have those values. Those people opposed the Nashville scene at the time, and, like, were rebelling against it, but he's acting like it's new that, I don't know, it's like, and now he's saying that Nashville is, like, woke, I guess. So it's like, I don't know what's happening. I feel like he's confused of, like, where, like, he doesn't even know, like, the history of country music or Nashville or anything like that. He's just like, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Fucking Yanks, dude.
Yeah, it's just weird. And then it's like, I don't know. Like, Kid Rock is definitely one of those people that probably is pissed that Tyler Childers had the song about a gay couple.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I also think it's really funny how much of an issue he seems to have with Mick Ultras.
Yeah, no, I guess this was before the Bud Light shit, because this came out, last year?
Yeah,
he's like...
And, like, I mean, I get it, Mick Ultra's a bad beer.
I mean, it's decent, in my opinion. It's an alright light beer. It's not my first option.
I'm a PBR guy, because I'm a real Southerner.
I mean, I like most beer, but...
That's fair. I don't. I'm very picky about beer.
I'm not gonna, like, drink a fucking Busch Light or something. That, like, the lowest I'll go is PBR, and I'll love some PBR.
PBR's so good. This is not a beer podcast. Do you have anything else to say about this?
No, but just that it's very cringe.
It's so fucking cringe.
It might be the most cringe song on the album.
Then we get to 50.
Yeah.
Which is Boo-Hoo, I'm Old.
Yeah, when a song starts out with, I guess I'm fucking 50, some say I'm old as fuck, you kind of know how it's going to go from that point.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I don't like this song. I think it's a bad album closer.
Yeah, it's just him, like, assuring you that even though he's still old, or even though he's old, he still doesn't give a single heck or darn, by golly.
Not a single heck or darn. But, like, I thought that being 50 would make you stop having embarrassing takes in public and do it on Facebook.
Yeah, you would think so.
But no.
No.
He's just embarrassing in public.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure the song says fuck at least, like, 30 times.
Oh my god, it does.
But yeah, that's the album closer. I really don't know if I would say that it's a good or a bad album closer. Like, I don't know how the fuck you should close this album.
With Nashville, I know.
I guess so. I guess that would be a better option.
It's a better song. It's cringe, but it's a better song.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But yeah, that's the whole track list.
That's Bad Reputation.
Yeah. You got some lyrics?
Yeah, I got 3 lyrics. They're all from the first half of the album.
Okay.
My first one, A Nation of Pussies is our next generation.
Yeah, that was one of mine.
Which is funny because I don't know a single person in Gen Z who would not body slam the cop if given the chance.
Yeah. Wait, Gen Z's... Oh, wait. I was thinking fucking Gen X. I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure Kid Rock's Gen X.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
I would body slam the cop if given the chance.
If given the chance, yeah. I would too.
I also have, Wear the Mask, Take Your Pills. Now the whole generation is mentally ill.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was from We the People.
We the People, yeah. Oh, yeah, The Nation Full of Pussies is from Don't Tell Me How to Live.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, from Shakedown, possibly the best lyric on the entire album.
Okay.
Fuck Superman, I'm a man of God.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, and before that comes Slapping Snowflake, Straight Breaking the Frauds. Fuck Superman,
I'm a man of God.
Yeah, that was one of mine. That you didn't add, I had from Never Quit. You got, this is the chorus from Never Quit. If you're feeling funky, say hey. If you love your country, say hey. If you're making money, say hey. If you're smoking drugs, hey, hey. If you're stoned in love, hey, hey. Praise God above, our Father who art in heaven. That's literally the lyrics.
That's so bad.
It's like, what?
That's so bad.
It's just so unexpected. It's like everything's like, hey, hey. praise God above, our Father who art in heaven. It's like, okay. I can't remember exactly, like, the cadence of how he says it. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, all right. Good to know he's a man of God, I guess. And then from I Am What I Am, I like truck stop chicken, pickles, and french fries, all kinds of women, skinny or thick thighs. I mean, I guess at least he's body positive.
He's body positive. Good for him.
I guess we'll give him that. Then, yeah, from the Nashville I know, they're all drinking Michelob Ultras, and they make me just want to go home.
I wish you would.
Imagine just being like, fuck, they're drinking Michelob, I gotta go home now.
I gotta leave. Yeah. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. The Michelob Ultra fanatics are closing in on me. And then my last one from 50, this might be what I think is the most cringe lyric on the album. We got, I guess I'm fucking 50, a far cry from 17. Well, I might be fucking 50, but this dick's still long and lean. Did you catch that?
Yeah. I wish I hadn't.
Yeah. Don't really need to know about what Kid Rock's got going on in his, not Jinko jeans. The fucking brand that's like the stereotypical, like...
Oh, Wranglers?
Yeah, Wranglers, yeah. Yeah, I don't need to know what Kid Rock's packing in his Wranglers, but I guess thank you, Kid Rock, for that.
So, favorite songs?
I didn't write them down for this. I'm just gonna go on a whim for it. But what you got?
I think it's Don't Tell Me How to Live.
Okay.
And Shakedown and nothing else.
Okay. It's a hard question because it's like, I think the most enjoyable ones to listen to aren't necessarily the best one, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, the ones that are the most enjoyable to listen to is because they're cringe and funny, but I guess if we're going for the basis of, like, actually good songs, I guess Bad Reputation and Shakedown, I guess.
I like Shakedown. Shakedown's a good song.
Yeah, I don't really remember much besides the chorus, but the chorus is probably like the actual best part of the whole entire album.
It really is.
So Kid Rock's son coming in clutch for that one.
As far as least favorite albums, the whole middle.
Least favorite albums.
Least favorite song, whole middle of the album.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, everything else, even when it's shitty, is at least interesting. But yeah. The middle 8 songs are just all fucking boring as shit. So.
And now, we already know our aggregate score is 0.8 out of 5.
Yeah, 0.80
so that's
out of 5.
a 1.6. I hate to say it, that's a little low.
A little low?
A little low.
This was just so hard to rate.
The problem is the subject matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
God,
Here, wait, I got it. Let's rate it. Let's do 3 things. Lyrics, we'll rate it on lyrics, music, and enjoyment factor.
Okay, enjoyment factor?
And enjoyment factor, like, employs, like, the cringe, like, how fun it is to listen to the cringe.
So enjoyment factor is a solid 9.
Yeah.
It's a solid 9 on the enjoyment rate.
Okay.
Lyrically, it's about a 1.6.
Yeah. It's about there.
Musically, it's about a 7.5.
Okay. So what does that equal out to, Math Wizard?
Fuck, I can't do that in my head. Give me 1 second.
Okay, I guess I'll go then. Yeah, lyrical content is definitely, like a 0.80 out of 10, or whatever. I'd say enjoyment factor, I'll give it an 8. I would give it a 9 if it wasn't for the middle songs. If it was shorter and only had the first 5-6 songs and then like the last 4, then I would probably give it like even probably a 10. But those middle 8 songs just bog it down so much. Yeah. Like it definitely needed to be shorter, or at least like I wish the other songs would have gone for the fucking right-wing cringe fest, because at least that would have been fun to listen to the middle part. And then yeah, musical wise, I'd give it a 6.
Okay, so my scores average out to a 6.
Okay.
What were your scores again?
Same that you gave for the lyrics, like 0.60 or whatever.
I did 0.16 for the lyrics.
Yeah, same as you for that. Then I gave it 6 for music and 8 for enjoyment.
5.2.
Okay, and yours was 6?
I'm a 6.
Okay.
6.03, but it's a 6.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're about on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
with this
it's
one.
about in the middle here.
Yeah, but fucking God, like, does this deserve one last breath? Like, should anybody listen to this?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do not listen to this. Do not give Kid Rock your money. I don't care if it's 3 cents
3 cents
to listen to this album that he's getting. Do not give Kid Rock your fucking money.
Yeah, he got a good. I only had to listen to this shit 2 times to get my notes for it.
Yeah,
like this was
twice.
very easy.
Twice.
Yeah.
It was so easy.
Yeah.
It's not worth listening to, except for Shakedown. Listen to Shakedown.
Listen to Shakedown.
Give him your 0.01 cent for listening to Shakedown.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say, like, I mean, obviously, if you're a fucking Trump fanatic, then you're gonna like this album. But I would assume not really many people that listen to us fall into that.
If you're a Trump fanatic, you probably don't like our podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, other than like the regular people out there, I would say, like, listen, if you want to have like a good laugh and a good cringe, then listen to those first 5, 6, and then last 4 songs.
Listen to the bookends of the album if you want a good laugh.
Skip the entire middle, but yeah, listen to all those for sure if you want to have a good laugh. But if you're not in the mood for a good laugh, this is obviously not a good album. Don't waste your time on it if you're looking to have some actual fucking shit you're adding to your playlist or something, because nothing of that sort is here.
Well, we will see you next week with something a little more well written, probably.
Most definitely.
And if you like me, if you like my voice, if you like the jokes I make, please listen to Dreadpod, my D&D podcast that I play in. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.